This week I added quite a few things to the level to add to the assignment 3, project 3. Um, like, for example, this camera. I added this camera, and I've added this camera to see into this room that I cannot enter. I almost wanted to set it up, instead of just being like some type... Oh, it kind of goes all the way around it. Okay. I wanted where this is just kind of like a board. I wanted this to kind of almost... I wanted to design it in a way where it almost looks like you can see, like you're seeing through a mirror. I mean, seeing through a window, if you will, into the other room. So that's why I kind of stretch it across this entire wall. Um, I also added the lights for the flip-flop. Um, then I added a couple more timelines to some of these lights once we get into it. I also added the remote control up here on top of the empty room that I don't have access to. And I've got quite an idea for these lights, which is why they're green. I wanted it to kind of like stand out to the player to show them like these are like something you can play with. But let's hop into it. So this is all the same. Get up there, drops this down. Now that there's more light in here, it kind of looks better. It was dark before. So I've got that light flickering, and I've got the lights in the other room flashing too. I wanted to kind of like make it look creepy, but my plan for these lights are... So this is the on and off flip-flop. But what my plans are is to use this as like some type of combination to be able to unlock the elevator on the start, so that way instead of running it and having it play right from the get-go, it'll stay down here on start. And I was thinking about, like, these lights have to be, in a certain position like this, and then it starts. So it's got to be like a combination that the player has to figure out to be able to access the elevator. I have no idea how I want to do that. I'll show you the blueprints for it that I've got going so far. I'm kind of confused on how I want to set this up, but I'll show you the remote control real quick. I didn't want to use player input, so what I did is I set this up to be you just walk right on top of it, and it gives you the control of this player. Then you move to this, and it just kind of like goes back and forth. I like that better. So you can just walk right on top of it. And that gives you control of that. So for the blueprints, I have no idea how I want to set this up. So for the elevator, I thought it would be in the elevator blueprints for how I would do this. So this is the basic stuff to make it move. I thought I could do a branch and then have activate to have it go up, and then deactivate it if it's false. And I didn't know how to bring the lights in. I wanted to add component, and they're all labeled light 1, 2, and 3. So I'm like, light 1, okay, it doesn't come up. I don't know if I'm supposed to do something special. I looked in through here, like light 1. Maybe I'm supposed to... I think I need to set up a blueprint, because point light 12. Okay, so I renamed them, but it looks like they aren't sticking with their new names, because these are the names for it. Point light 12, point light... Oh, and I copied all of them too, so that might be a problem, because they're all point light 12. I might have to change that. I mean, then I could do that then. I mean, does this come up as an option? Point light, no. It looks like this comes up though. Point light 12. Object reference, and that's how it's going to work. Okay, I think I see what I need to do now. But I'm still curious to know how I could set it up as a puzzle for all 3 lights. So I'm definitely going to need to make a separate light for each of those and not have it be copied, because I think that's going to be standing in my way. But I'm just stuck on what I could do to make this a puzzle. So that way you have to have one light on, one light off in a specific order to be able to activate the elevator. And I don't know where to go from here. I feel like it needs to be a true or false statement. If it's true, then it activates it. If it's false, it deactivates it. I guess I just have to play around with that. But that's so far what I've got for this. I've got my security camera here, and another one that looks into a room I can't access. Then I've got the 3 lights that I'm going to mess with just to kind of add. I'm going to have to change this up. But here's the 3 lights for flip-flop, and then 3 other lights for the timeline. And I believe that was everything for this week. Didn't have too much to add to it, but and then here's the remote control. It was a fun week to add these and add more to the level. So I'm really looking forward to trying to figure this out and piece this together to activate the elevator. I came up with this idea and thought it would be pretty cool. But that's what I've got for this week.